we're lost. This is where you can have your Titanic moment. You know, just like sinking into the ocean. Just a little bit of money on the off season in Vietnam. Maybe something like renting the entire cruise ship just for myself.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
For you.
We're just exploring our boat.
Everything the light touches is yours, Simba.
I was in a crow's nest. It's been a little bit scammy with the extra fees. Might be a lot of fun or just another nightmare. You may be wondering how the three of us managed to get an entire 200-person cruise ship just to ourselves. Well, the secret was going during a pandemic. Halong Bay gets most of its tourism from China, and of course, they're under strict lockdown. So we got the whole place to ourselves, and there was a few other boats, and everyone kind of just picked their own boat during this time. That's why you don't see any of the tourists that are behind us coming on our boat. Well, we're headed to a Halong Bay cruise, and it's going to be 2 days and 1 night, and it should be a really nice boat based on the pictures, but it's been a little bit scammy with the extra fees leading up to it, so let's see how this goes. Might be a lot of fun or just another nightmare. Last time I was on a boat, that was a fishing trip, it was a nightmare. But I mean, still an adventure.
Yeah, will there be lots of birds?
We'll see. Half the fun is the element of the unexpected, even if it's frustrating sometimes. Well, that's our ship for the next couple days. Looks like the crew's all lined up to greet us. That's pretty nice. It's a nice touch. Tight fit. Thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
For you.
Cool, I got a wet towel. My hands are now.
One more. Wait, where did Chanel go?
She went ahead of you. She went all the way back?
Oh.
Okay.
She'll find it.
Now I got this towel.
Yeah, no. Me too.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
On behalf of our team, we will to serve you for 2 days, 1 night for your vacation on the Laksa cruise.
It's just one up. So we get one of the only, I think it's one of the only 3 or 4 cabins that they have on the very top deck. So they're the penthouse or whatever. We get the best room on the boat. Ooh. Is this 3?
There's a cross to the front. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think this is 3, that's what he was saying. There's 4 floors. How do you know what room that is? That's one of them. Maybe. We're lost. This tiny cruise ship is too big for us. Maybe you go this way. Beauty spa. That's probably better than any other cruise ship that I've been on.
The food on the boat was absolutely awesome. They had mango, mousse, papaya, salad, oysters, calamari, sushi, pretty much everything. They even hosted a cooking class outdoors at night. That was a lot of fun. We had breakfast, lunch, and dinner served by a crew of, I think, about 20 people. For sure, we were probably pushing them to the financial limit where they were just barely breaking even, but it was better than having no customers, I assume. Despite all the fancy service, my favorite part was actually when these little skiffs would pull up next to the boat to sell you beer. So there'd be a lady in the front and usually the husband in the back driving, and she would give you a net to put your money in, and then she would give you the beer, and it would basically go all the way to the top floor of the boat.
100% did not need those extra beers. But she's going along the whole boat, just trying to give people beers in exchange for money. I just thought it was so funny and cool that I was just like, we gotta do it. Even though we have like a bottle of champagne, 3 bottles of wine. I guess now we have 3 bottles of beer, we're not gonna finish it. But it was worth it.
Despite how fancy this whole experience felt, it was a little bit surreal to think that there were people living on the water in these small floating fishing villages, just barely eking out a living, and we were on a cruise boat, basically all to ourselves, just the 3 of us. Obviously, you can't save the world. You can't donate everyone out of poverty, but it's certainly a moment of reflection. And the best we could kind of do was just to tip the crew really well, because they did such an awesome job, and I know that their business was definitely suffering because there should have been 200 people on this boat at the end of the day. And I hope that everyone got to keep their job and the business didn't go under.
It feels like there's definitely a huge wealth gap in Vietnam versus the rest of the world. Here it's so evident because we're on this luxury private cruise ship, and over there's fishing villages all around, and they only live off of, you know, a few dollars a day. I think actually they are just fishermen, because look, he's just pulling in a line of nets. That's all they do, just they go around and fish the fish.
A lot of the fish I get, like packaged frozen fish, saves meat from Vietnam.
Really? So this is where it comes from, huh? That's interesting. What a view.
If I could revisit just one moment in this whole trip, this would be it. I mean, look at this view. And I got to enjoy that while sitting in a perfect temperature hot tub with really good Wi-Fi, while I got to plan out the next couple days for us.
All right, let's go. We're just exploring our boat. See what all the boat has to offer. I'm also seeing this for the first time. I didn't know it was up there. If you're feeling adventurous, look at that area. That's cool. I assume I haven't looked at it. That looks good. Oh, they used to have a swing up here. You can go up in the crow's nest. You wanna go up there?
Oh, you didn't go all the way.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Now you've been in a crow's nest. Well, you're about to. Welcome to the crow's nest.
Look there. Everything that light touches is yours, Simba. Okay, I better get up. I'm already in trouble. Someone saw me. I was in a crow's nest. Always point. The whole point the whole time.
I have to go this way.
Oh, don't point at me. Don't point at me. That's my dumb sense of humor. I always tell her to point.